Before you get dressed today, I need you to check your closet for something you probably never thought twice about. 4 tops. Ordinary, everyday tops that most women over 60 own multiples of. They seem harmless. Comfortable even. But here's what nobody tells you. The wrong top can quietly add 10 years to how you look in a single glance. And it has nothing to do with your weight, your skin, or your age. It's about how fabric falls, where a neckline sits, and what a sleeve does to your arms the moment you lift them. I've watched women spend hundreds on skincare and makeup, only to undo all that effort the second they slip into one of these 4 pieces. And the wildest part? Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. So stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which tops are working against you. And I'm going to hand you a replacement that feels just as easy, just as comfortable, but instantly reads younger, sharper, and more put together. Trust me, the 4th one on this list surprises almost everyone. Hey there. Welcome back if you're one of my regulars. And if this is your first time here, I'm so glad you found us. This is Timeless Charm and Styles, the place where we talk about looking effortlessly beautiful after 60 without spending a fortune to get there. No expensive wardrobes, no chasing trends made for 25-year-olds. Just real practical style advice that respects where we are in life and celebrates it. If that sounds like your kind of channel, you're exactly where you need to be. Now before we dive in, if you're new here, do me one favor and hit that subscribe button. We post style tips like this every single week, and I promise you don't want to miss what's coming next. And if you're already part of our little community, thank you for being here again. Genuinely means the world. Alright, let's get into it, because top number 1 is probably hanging in your closet right now. Top number 1. The boxy boat neck top. This one sneaks into so many closets because it feels safe. Boat necks look modest, they cover the collarbone completely, and on the hanger they seem like they'd flatter almost anyone. That's exactly why so many of us own 3 or 4 of them without ever questioning it. But here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. A wide boat neck paired with a boxy cut does something sneaky to your shoulders. It widens them visually, flattens your neckline into one straight horizontal line, and honestly, it can make your neck look shorter than it actually is. And once your neck looks shorter, your whole upper body starts to look compressed, almost like your head is sitting directly on your shoulders with nothing in between. The reason this matters so much after 60 is that our necklines naturally change with time. Skin softens, definition shifts, and a straight horizontal neckline draws the eye right along that line instead of past it. It's not about your size at all. Even women with lovely, slim frames end up swallowed by this shape, because the problem isn't the body underneath. It's the geometry of the fabric itself. A boat neck creates a hard, straight edge exactly where your body wants softness and movement. Think about it this way. Have you ever put on a boat neck top and felt like your reflection looked tired before your day even started? That's not your imagination. That flat line across the collarbone pulls visual weight upward and outward, and it can make even a well-rested face look a little heavier, a little more closed off. The fix isn't complicated at all, and you don't need to throw anything away. Simply swap that wide boat neck for a soft V neckline instead. A V-neck does something almost magical to the eye. It draws attention downward in a gentle diagonal line, instantly making your neck appear longer, and your whole face look more open, more awake, more alive. You don't need anything dramatic or plunging. Just a gentle, modest dip is enough to completely shift the effect. Try it with a lightweight knit or a breathable cotton blend. Something with just a little bit of stretch so it moves naturally with you. Add a delicate pendant necklace that follows that V line, and you'll notice the difference the moment you look in the mirror. It's a small switch, but it changes the entire story your outfit tells before you even say a word. Top number 2. The stiff, structured button-down. Now this one surprises people because button-downs feel classic, professional, timeless even. We were taught that a crisp button-down is always a safe choice. The kind of piece that never goes out of style. And to a certain extent that's true. But a stiff, heavily structured button-down, especially one made from thick cotton that doesn't move with your body, can quietly add bulk in all the wrong places. Instead of skimming your shape, it sits away from the body like a small tent, and that gap between fabric and skin can make you look larger through the middle than you really are, even if you're quite slim. Here's something most people never think about. Stiff collars tend to sit awkwardly against an aging neckline. As skin softens over time, a rigid, upright collar can actually emphasize the neck rather than flatter it, drawing attention exactly where most of us would rather it not go. And because the fabric doesn't bend easily, every movement, sitting down, reaching for something, turning to talk to a friend, creates stiff folds and creases that age the whole silhouette in photographs and in person. There's also the sleeve to consider. Structured button-downs often come with sleeves cut close and stiff at the forearm, and when that fabric doesn't give, it can make arms look tense or awkward rather than relaxed. Comfort and elegance should never be in competition with each other. Yet this fabric choice quietly pits them against one another every time you wear it. Here's your beautiful alternative, and it's one you're going to love because it solves every one of these problems at once. Look for a soft, drapey button-down in a fabric like rayon, modal, or a lightweight linen blend. These fabrics move with your body instead of standing away from it. They skim your shape gently rather than boxing you in, and they crease in soft, natural folds instead of stiff, aging lines. Roll the sleeves slightly to the forearm, leave the top button open just a touch to soften the neckline, and suddenly that same classic silhouette feels relaxed, elegant, and years younger, all without losing an ounce of sophistication. You can wear it buttoned all the way for a polished daytime look, or open over a simple tank for something more relaxed in the evening. Either way, the fabric does the work of making you look effortless. Quick pause here because I want to know something. Which one of these two tops did you just realize is sitting in your closet right now? Drop a comment below and let me know, boat neck or button down. I read every single one of them, and I love seeing which ones surprise you the most. And if you're finding this helpful so far, do me a favor and tap that like button. It genuinely helps this video reach more women just like you who are searching for real advice, not fluff. Alright, let's keep going because tops 3 and 4 might be even more surprising than the first two. Top number 3. The oversized, shapeless tunic. I understand the appeal here completely, and honestly I own quite a few of these myself for years. Oversized tunics promise comfort, they promise coverage, and they promise you'll never feel restricted no matter what you're doing that day. There's real freedom in that, and I'm not here to tell you to give up comfort. But there's a hidden cost to this particular shape that most of us never realize until someone points it out. When a top has zero shape, your body loses its shape too, at least visually. Fabric that hangs the exact same way from your shoulders all the way down to your hips erases your waistline entirely. Think of it like a curtain hanging straight from a rod. There's no shape to it because there's nothing pulling it in anywhere. And without a defined waist, the eye has nowhere to rest. It simply slides straight down the body without pausing, and that visual flatness is often what reads as aging, rather than the fabric itself or your body underneath it. There's a psychological piece to this too. When we feel like our shape has disappeared under fabric, we often stand differently, we move differently, almost apologizing for taking up space. And that shift in posture can add years just as much as the top itself does. Clothing isn't just about how it looks in a photo, it's about how it makes you carry yourself through your day. The alternative is something called a soft structured tunic, and it changes everything while keeping that same comfortable, easy feeling you love. Look for pieces with a slight nip at the waist, or a tie you can cinch loosely whenever you want a bit more shape, or even just a strategic seam that hints at your natural waistline without squeezing anything. You still get all that breathable comfort, nothing pulling, nothing restricting, but now your body has definition again. The eye has somewhere to land, and that single design detail creates the impression of a whole outfit that was thoughtfully put together, rather than simply thrown on. It's a small design detail, yet it completely transforms how put together you look, even in something as simple as a Tuesday afternoon outfit paired with your favorite leggings or straight leg pants. And here's a bonus tip. If you already own tunics you love and aren't ready to part with, a thin belt worn loosely at the natural waist can recreate this same effect instantly. No shopping required. Top number 4. The short cap sleeve top. And here's the one I promise would surprise you because on paper it sounds like exactly the right choice. Cap sleeves feel like the safe, modest option for covering the upper arm, and for years we were told this was the go-to solution for anyone who wanted a little extra coverage without committing to long sleeves. But ironically, cap sleeves often do the complete opposite of what you're hoping for. Here's why. A cap sleeve ends right at the widest part of the upper arm. That's simply where the fabric naturally falls. And when a sleeve stops precisely at the widest point of anything, it creates a visual stop sign right there, a hard edge that draws the eye directly to that spot. Instead of camouflaging the upper arm the way we assume it will, it actually highlights that exact area, drawing attention to the one part of the arm most women over 60 are hoping to soften and de-emphasize. It's a bit like putting a spotlight exactly where you didn't want one. The short length feels protective, but the placement works against the very goal it's meant to achieve. And once you notice this in photographs comparing a cap sleeve top to a longer sleeve, you'll see the difference is honestly quite dramatic. The beautiful alternative is a 3/4 length sleeve, and once you try it, you'll wonder why you ever wore anything else. A 3/4 sleeve ends past the widest part of your arm, closer to the elbow or just below it, which naturally slims and elongates everything above it. There's no hard stop line drawing attention anywhere. Instead, the eye simply travels smoothly down the arm. It gives you thoughtful coverage without the spotlight effect. And it works beautifully across every season. Layered under a cardigan in winter, breezy and light in summer heat. This single sleeve length change is genuinely one of the most requested style secrets I share with women in this community, and it never fails to make someone feel instantly more confident the very first time they try it on. It works with blouses, knit tops, dresses, even lightweight jackets. Once you start looking for 3/4 sleeves while shopping, you'll be amazed at how many flattering options are already out there waiting for you, often at the exact same price point as the cap sleeve version sitting right beside it on the rack. Recap. So let's bring it all together. Swap the wide boat neck for a soft V neckline that lengthens your neck and opens up your whole face. Trade that stiff, structured button down for something drapey and relaxed that schemes your body instead of boxing you in. Choose a structured tunic with a hint of waist definition over a completely shapeless one. And finally, reach for 3/4 sleeves instead of cap sleeves to avoid that unwanted spotlight on the upper arm. None of these changes cost a fortune, and none of them ask you to abandon the comfort you love. They simply work with your body instead of against it. And that's really the secret behind looking effortlessly put together after 60. It was never about age. It was always about fit and fabric working in your favor. If this video opened your eyes even a little, do me one more favor before you go. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new style tip. Tap the like button if you learned something today. And leave a comment telling me which alternative you're most excited to try first. I read every single comment and I genuinely love hearing from this community. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today, and I'll see you in the next one.